Hey, hey, hey. It is another episode of the one podcast in the entire universe of podcasts that we make just for you. It's What's Up Big Rapids. We're your hosts. I'm Chris Jane.
And I'm Pat Brooks.
Before we even get into it, though, we just want you to know it doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter where you're from, what you look like, or what you've done. You are a loved and valuable member of this community, and we're going to do everything we can not to waste even a moment of your precious time. Right, Pat?
That's right. And just like every week, we don't waste time. We hit the like now. We hit the subscribe now. We drop comments now. And throughout the show, keep them coming. We appreciate you all. How you
Love
doing?
it. Doing very well, my man.
It's that time of year, man. It does feel good, doesn't it?
You know what? I'm seeing a lot of...
I'm feeling it.
I've seen a lot of shorts. People in shorts.
Yeah. I broke the shorts out last couple days.
No jacket required when I go pick up Noble in the afternoon.
I come out of the gym looking just like this. No hoodie. Dom's wearing shorts today.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It's
even though it's kind of...
I know. I know we had like an apocalyptic storm last night.
I was sleeping.
But you know what? I've been hard at work, mostly indoors, so I haven't been able to get out and enjoy too much of it anyway. What about you?
Yeah, same. We've just been super busy trying to keep things rolling. We're about to get into a turn season. Real estate's been going crazy. Venues booking out. It's just one thing after another these days.
Yeah.
Really missing Florida. It's kind of gloomy today, and I was thinking about all the sun that I took in and vitamin D on my skin and all that.
You poor thing.
I know. I miss it.
Sorry you had to come back. Tell you what, I haven't gotten to enjoy too much sunshine. It's been a lot of indoor work. Fortunately, though, got a lot of got real estate closings coming up this week.
There you go.
A lot of work that we've been doing is all culminating this week, which is great.
In the real world, that's such a that's what it is.
Everything else is just
chilling.
You don't really
doing
have
a job.
You
just servicing, right?
You know, and you tell your parents you have a job, and they're like, "Oh, great. What do you get? How much do you make?" Nothing really.
I'll let you know when I get a check. Yeah, it's definitely unique. That's for sure.
It's a different kind of grind. But anyway, so that's always good news. And then, playing music. I was at African drumming class last night, Grand Rapids. Okay. So much fun.
Very cool.
Anybody wants to come learn African drumming, hit me up.
Sounds fun.
We'll go down on Tuesday nights. Anyway.
Yeah. I watched the Masters. A lot this weekend. I didn't really. I think I talked to you on Saturday. You're like, "Are you watching?" I was like, "I'm just now starting to." I felt like the first 2 days was kind of like a helicopter watch and too much going on. But
it was. I watched most of Sundays anyway.
Yeah, me too.
Although I was watching online and the coverage was sort of weird. For quite a while, it was just following.
The leaders,
the featured pairing, which wasn't the leaders.
Yes,
it was kind of
you got to go over to CBS and deal with all the regular commercials to get the good stuff. But no, speaking of good stuff, I told you I went to the Chamber launch breakfast.
Yeah,
they cut the ribbon for the new Big Rapids Regional Chamber.
Yep,
that was Thursday. Coach Anise was there. It was awesome. A shout out to all of them. We'll have Sarah on here in probably a month or so. I don't know. She's booked out forever, but tons, hundreds of people in there. A lot of your, just people that want to see a big difference in the city and in the community and, surrounding areas. And it's just very encouraging to see.
That's great.
I want to thank everybody that put it on and, shout out that everybody that kind of worked to make it.
I heard it was super inspiring, that the speech was great, and everybody's all fired up, which is what you want. That's the whole point, right?
Especially when you got all this stuff that's kind of going on in town right now. If you're not paying attention, there's some stuff that's moving and shaking right now.
Yeah, we'll get to it.
Yeah,
we'll get to it. There is lots of stuff happening, but last week, I'm like David Letterman over here. I want to thank
I love Letterman.
Trudi Clark from Papa's Place.
Yep, thanks, Trudi.
That was super. I really liked that episode.
A lot of people don't know that's here.
Yeah, and I just thought it was one thing. It turns out it's a lot more service, and yet again, here's another one of those things. It's like just serving an invisible population that a lot of us tend to just kind of walk right by and not even really notice that we've got an issue in our area. So anyway, happy for them. Kind of reminds me of like what Angels does for kids who have food insecurities. Right. This is the same
Reading,
thing, but with seniors.
Yep, seniors. Yep.
You know what I mean? The same, like in a similar way that the Commission on Aging and Meals on Wheels helps. These guys are helping in another way too.
This is awesome. Awesome conversation.
If you've got an aging parent, maybe look into Papa's Place as for resources. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got great guests today. I was going to say,
we do. Like every week.
Yeah, I want to make sure we get to them.
And to be fair, like there are guests for a long time, so it won't just be me and Chris for at least a while. I know that.
Yeah, I don't know when, unless somebody cancels on us or something.
And then you get all of this.
And then you just get a lot more of this. So you got that to look forward to.
You do. What do you got going on this weekend?
You know what? So I didn't realize the kids were going to have school off Friday, Monday. You know about this?
No.
Yeah.
What?
I'm sure there's some reason.
I did not see that coming.
I'm sure there's a perfectly good reason for it.
Spring break was like a week ago.
I know. Did you know that like in other countries, they get like 3 weeks in the spring. They call it Easter break. They get 3 weeks at Christmas, but then they get like a 6-week summer.
Yeah. I was going to say they go through June most of the time.
I mean, who needs the 12 weeks at summer was always a bit much anyway.
Not according to Phineas and Ferb.
I kind of wish we'd have just done that. Something like that. Do 6 weeks in summer, do a few weeks at Christmas, a few weeks in the spring. Man. But anyway, neither here nor there. What were we talking about?
This weekend. Four-day weekend with the kids. I did not know
I was just dreaming about loading them in the car and just taking off. But I've got road cleanup with the Rotary. Okay. We'll be out. Please be careful if you're on that stretch of M20. Out near Blue Lake, where the Blue Lake Tavern used to be. We do a mile each way from there along M20.
The curves and stuff.
So myself and about eight other Rotarians will be trying to make that a spotless strip, and we'll be counting how many pint bottles we find along there.
You said that last year, right?
But you know what? It went down.
So
I'm hoping that either means the person is getting healthier.
Yep.
Or they lost their job, or they just don't drive that way anymore, or whatever. Who knows? But I'm hoping it's a good sign. Yeah. I hate to speculate any further than that.
Leave that alone.
This is already a person I made up in my head.
You did.
But anyway, what do you think, man? Should we get to our segment?
Yeah, we got a few things going on. Let's start with.
Okay, it's time for the featured creature.
Oh no, Chris. You hit the wrong button, and it's the intro music, not the feature creature of the week.
I can fix that.
Try that again.
Thank you for letting me know.
You're welcome.
It's been a while since I did that, and you know what? If I wouldn't have compounded the issue by putting up a slider I didn't need up, you guys wouldn't have heard me. But all right, you got to hear the intro music a second time. But here we go. Take two.
Feature.
Now it's time for the
featured creature of the week.
We got to get a graphic to like.
I know it should like go woo woo with like E&E's logo.
We're on your to-do list. All right, we have this week's feature creature brought to you by E&E Tropical Fish.
What am I looking at?
This is the PacMan frog.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
It looks like a radioactive skipping stone.
There are a few. They do have some different colors, but you will notice that they are known for their burrowing into the dirt, allows them to stay moist and ambush their prey. They're not known for being the jumping frogs that we tend to see.
They're creeping frogs.
Yeah, creeping frogs. They're approachable, and they live 10 to 15 years. They live off from items like worms. They eat insects and stuff.
That's a long time to eat worms.
Yeah, no, it's
15 years of
tons of information here.
So what's it called? What kind of frog is it?
The PacMan frog.
The PacMan frog. That's easy enough to remember.
Easy. I mean,
wow.
They kind of do look like PacMan a little bit.
They're incredible colors, huh? Yeah, they look like the ghosts. I mean, that one looks a little bit like PacMan, but they're all like the ghosts.
They look like the ghosts.
Look at them burrowing in the ground and waiting to snatch somebody. They're exactly like the ghosts in PacMan.
The burrowing frogs.
Although
pretty
I guess
sweet.
PacMan himself is sort of just. I mean, all he does is eat and just. Whose fruit is all that? Is he robbing from the ghosts? Am I just now realizing that PacMan is some sort of a crypt robber? Because he's always underground. He's in those tombs. He's
I guess
taking
I've
all
never
the
put
treasure.
PacMan all together.
He takes the treasure, or he's eating it, or is it coins or fruit? Dom, what do you think is even?
I don't think Pac-Man was like a necrophiliac. I don't think he was just eating
Whoa,
dead things.
whoa,
You're saying
whoa.
robbing graves and eating
Who
ghosts?
said it? Nobody brought anything
that was
Easy.
sexual.
dead to
All
it, you
right,
weirdo.
all right.
That's
All right.
just another word for dead
That
things.
isn't grave robbing.
No, no.
Jeez, you
No.
weirdo. I'm
Because,
gonna have to
hold
cut
on,
this whole thing out.
There's a Miss Pac-Man
Boy.
too.
There's a Miss
So
Pac-Man, too.
they're both.
Well, what I mean
Weirdos.
is they're underground. They're trying to take everything. You're trying to clear out an underground space. It's clearly not theirs.
And there's clearly food. There is food because there's bananas and strawberries.
And
so like,
stuff
there's
like
food.
that.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
fruit. Somebody's not.
And the ghosts are underground.
I'm thinking they are just working down there. It's their job to protect the storehouse or wherever. This guy is running amok, stealing everything, and they go out, try to do their job. He clobbers them every time they turn their backs.
He does. Eats them.
Every time they turn around,
sends them back
he-
where they came from.
clobbers them. So I think I've just realized Pac-Man maybe isn't the guy I thought he was.
I want to hear more about this frog.
Maybe the Pac-Man
Maybe he's
frog.
not the hero I thought he
They
was.
are. They will eat crickets, waxworms, mealworms, a variety of insects, fish, and including small mice.
Bananas.
So they bury
cherries.
themselves into the dirt there, and
Very cool.
go check out these and other many wonderful featured creatures at E&E Tropical Fish in Rogers Heights.
Beautiful. Thank you.
That's awesome.
Tell you what, man, I love these creatures we're learning about. I never thought I would know, like the word skink.
Skink.
Remember that was something we learned.
Yep.
Anyway,
There's been a ton of great ones. They have.
get into E&E Tropical Fish down there in Rogers Heights and see what maybe you might bring home a little interesting creature you can add to your life, to your home life there, or to your office.
Hey, yeah, keep it simple.
Might do great in an office. Huh?
Right. A good conversation piece at the very least.
Yeah, maybe you guys can talk about whether Pac-Man's a good guy or not. I mean, I'm sorry, I didn't want to turn things to sour.
Isn't
but
Pac the Wreck-It Ralph talks crap about Pac-Man?
Does he?
He does. He says something about that stinking Pac-Man.
So maybe you guys know more. Maybe there's already chatter, because usually where there's smoke, there's fire. So
to be fair, Wreck-It Ralph is in like the villains acceptance group with probably with one of the
true.
ghosts, I'm
Yeah.
sure. So he's influenced a little bit.
that's true. Maybe it's a jealousy, a professional jealousy.
Well,
You guys, I'm curious your thoughts. What is Pac-Man? What is he up to? Should we be keeping a closer eye?
he's been
all I'm saying.
doing it for 50, 60, 70
Been
years
doing a long
now.
time. We've been unwittingly helping.
Just accepting it.
Yeah.
Because he was one of the firsts.
Yeah, I've helped. I've helped many times. So, well, listen. It sounds like our guests have some opinions on video games.
They do,
and which doesn't surprise me because they're college kids. All of them are college kids, even their professor. But we've got some great guests with us today. Obviously from the university, but the reason we're talking to them is because of a new organization. I want to call it a professional organization. A new SRO, I think, is another. Is that what they call it? SRO or RSO? It's that old. It's that brain of mine.
Yeah.
They have created a new RSO that we think it's important to talk about because it's not just for students. I think it actually could benefit a lot of us. It could benefit Pat and I as I use this term loosely. Professional broadcasters. No, I'm just kidding. We could definitely benefit from what they're here to talk about. So please help me welcome Dr. Scott Dell and a couple of his students from the Toastmasters program here at Ferris. Welcome, you guys.
Welcome, you guys.
All right. There, did that work? Down? There you go. So since I'm going to screw up the buttons, I may as well use them.
They will be seeing Alex, but we do have a Caden here as well.
Yeah, this is Alex.
Yes.
And Dr. Scott Dell is on the right of your screen if you have any trouble making out the difference. One is a professor of accounting. The other one is newly transferred here from upstate Washington. And we'll get to him in a minute. But Scott, before we even talk Toastmasters and the program, welcome to Big Rapids. I know you've been here. This is like your second year now. How is it going? How has Big Rapids treated you so far?
So far, so good. Nice community. And actually, when I first met you, I actually talked to you from the airport on a Monday. And this next day on a Tuesday, Scott Cohen introduced me to Rotary, bumped into you as president of Rotary saying, what are you doing here?
Welcome to town.
It's like, okay, small town and shrinking, right?
Yeah.
Nice to be here. I've been very well received. The community is wonderful. I actually bought a building downtown that you sold me.
Yep. He's a part of our downtown footprint. He bought the building that is on the south end of the
Elm in South Michigan, where Pages and Pixels is at.
correct, where Pages and Pixels is across the street from J.C. Penney. That's his building there.
Gotcha.
And too bad New Cottage Inn's coming to town. They're right next door.
Yeah,
and that's
So hopefully that's a rising tide lifts all boats, and that whole side of town I think is
theater
coming up.
just opened on too, so we're booming.
So where were you coming from, and why did you make the choice to?
Previous 5 years, I was in South Carolina. Although the 30 years before that, I was in Wisconsin. So snow doesn't scare me, and I'm a native Bostonian, born and bred. But I was coming here, getting closer to family. I have kids in Madison and grandkids in Madison, so trying to move in this direction. And kind of, I taught motorcycle safety for Harley, and riding weather was not triple digits in July and August in South Carolina. I'm sorry, but still like riding.
Now, if you're going to go from here to Madison, what's the quick route? Do you bother with the ferry, or you just drive it?
Drive it.
Yeah.
Chicago.
Have you done the ferry? I still have never done
I've
it.
never.
And I feel guilty as a
Me too.
Michiganian.
I
I've never
have.
done it.
I'm waiting for the tunnel, actually. That's what I'm looking forward to.
You might be waiting a minute.
Maybe.
So I'm kind of surprised you haven't even done the ferry. I thought, not
Well,
once.
I've got a place up in Door County still. We had a restaurant up in Door County at one time and a bunch of different businesses. Been teaching for almost 20 years now, full-time. Wow. Never thought I'd be a full-time academic, but I are one now.
Yeah.
And this Toastmaster stuff is pretty powerful, pretty cool.
And I want to talk Toastmasters now, but don't let me forget. I'd love to hear how, because Scott is a professor of accounting, and his specialty, especially these days, is he's being called on more and more as a keynote speaker and a presenter on how AI and accounting work together. And so I think he probably spends more time than most of us in thinking about public speaking. And so we want to tell us a little bit about why Toastmasters, what's your experience with it, and why did you think it was important for Ferris?
Well, actually, this weekend I am heading down to Orlando to talk about AI, and I got 2 gigs in Grand Rapids next week.
There you go.
Very cool.
That are kind of cool. And Toastmasters is powerful. It is not just for students. It's an environment. As I say, the 2 biggest fears, death and public speaking.
Yeah, true.
With death being number 2.
Right.
So when you get down to that, standing, thinking on your feet, communicating, that's the power in being effective. I mean, even for accountants, we get a bad rap. Students are getting a bad rap. Community folks, growing professionals, especially with COVID, we were all we were homebound for a while, and that interaction, especially for our high schoolers and our Gen Zers coming through. But everybody can improve their speaking skills, thinking skills, and opportunities to communicate. Business is now turning into storytelling. Yeah, I used to be able to, and accountants could tick and tie, now no longer. We're making decisions. All professions need to be able to communicate to non-professional, non-experienced users in their field.
Mm-hmm. You
And
can't just
Toastmasters
assume.
is a great foot in the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't just assume that people know what you're doing. And you're right, the bad rap of that the accountant's just in an office somewhere and a bunch of jargon that I'm not going to understand, or that the college student doesn't know how to communicate with people anymore. They're on their phone all the time. They communicate in shorthand text and
LOL
They don't want to talk on the phone, and they're text like mad.
And while I guess that is there is definitely a rise in all of that. I'm not saying that there isn't, but obviously there's some people that are looking to maybe be more face-to-face, and they are looking to improve their public speaking and their storytelling.
And in the age of AI, those are the skills we really need.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, it's what differentiates us, right?
Big time.
And so what, for those of us who don't know, I mean, you kind of explained that Toastmasters is a group about becoming better at public speaking and storytelling, but how did you get introduced to it? What should someone like us who don't know anything about it, what should we know about Toastmasters?
Well, Toastmasters is an international organization. Over 300,000 people around the world right now participating. I think they've had over 8 million folks through the programs. It is not just public speaking, but it's also extemporaneous speaking, thinking on your feet. It's leadership, all kinds of personal and professional development. They're even corporate chapters. Some companies just have chapters. So it's not just students, but they have chapters in their organizations that they use for leadership building and team building within them. So networking skills and this development that we need to be able to communicate with each other. That's where the Toastmaster shines. I was working with a number 2 guy I taught in Fond du Lac for a while, and I did start one chapter before. And I'm still getting thanks from students and community members because this is a joint chapter. It's not just students, but it's students, staff, faculty, community. As a matter of fact, 3 of our board members from the community, 2 are students, and the 2 students are here now, Caden and Alex. And it's exciting that we have 2 VPs. One is staff member at Ferris. One's actually Visitors Bureau, marketing director. And then we have what's called a Distinguished Toastmaster, DTM certification. Someone that heard about us saying, wait a minute, I've been involved with them for a long time. We got a chapter coming to Big Rapids. I'm in.
Amazing.
And it is powerful drawing folks together. We have people coming in from Grand Rapids. We have support from the international organization coming out to help us get started. There's a science to it, but it's also pretty freeform. And it's exciting to see what happens for all participants, not just students, not just community, but it bridges the gaps.
So real quick, I just want to encapsulate it as about growing together to increase our communication and our ability to talk and just express ourselves amongst each other more confidently, all of those types of things that just make you better at what, public speaking entails.
Big time. And it really is a confidence builder in a supportive environment. I mean, everybody's clapping, anybody speaks,
It's
anybody
very
gets
supportive. That's always good.
I
Yeah.
did notice
Especially
that.
in
I
this
noticed
realm,
a lot of
it's
clapping.
tough.
You actually went to the meeting.
I went to one meeting, and I'm going to go. Again. Why don't you tell us what people could expect? What does a meeting look like?
All right. So the meetings start out just basic intros. They have not only people that are speaking, but they have evaluators. And again, in a supportive environment, you're going to have people might have 5 to 7 minute speeches prepared. Not everybody has to, but they have a program and a curriculum. But then they have extemporaneous speaking. Our last exercise, I think the one you were at, we did fortune cookies. We said, okay.
Dr. Dell handed out fortune cookies to whoever wanted to.
Volunteer.
They broke them open, and most of them were some sort of a positive self message. And the task was to read that and then to kind of off the top of your head,
1 to 2 minutes.
give a 1 to 2 minute, just express your thoughts on that. And I thought that was incredibly valuable.
Yeah, it's
exercise.
called Tabletops, and it's an amazing experience and again, you don't have to do it. And I gave everybody 2 fortune cookies so they could pick the one they want if they weren't tied. But the opportunity was, a lot of people in an interview situation or public speaking situation get real nervous and saying, well, what do I say now? Right. Then they have the filler words, the ums, the ahs, the okays.
Yes.
It was pretty powerful to eliminate those.
Right.
And I'll share a quick story. I went to we had 5 interviews for a senior position here at Ferris. And when looking at that, I said, okay, I went to listen. The second person, okay with every 4th word. The 4th person, right every 5th word. I'm saying, these are guys are coming in, high level, number 2 in the university, coming in for a position. Wouldn't they be speaking at a higher level that you would be wanting to listen to, not have those filler words? So at all levels.
They probably would if they weren't nervous and if they had a little bit of training and all of those
that
things.
impromptu training.
But under the gun with nobody backing them up, nope, they default to and ahs and right.
And that's a natural tendency. You're right.
To be fair, we see it in that chair sometimes. I mean, people that will freeze up and they're like, and you're like, it's okay. We're all friends here, right? And I think that's the point of Toastmasters, right?
White space
we're all
on a
friends
resume,
here.
white space in a speech, white space in a talk.
Very cool.
It actually brings more emphasis.
Absolutely.
Change the tone. And that's what the Toastmasters is all about. So you're asking about what meetings like? There's some speakers, there's some evaluators, and there's active participation. And then we have the leadership that kind of helps pull things together. And then there are regional activities, district activities, international activities. I was at a Chicago conference, international public speaking, humor, different kinds of topics. They went to Paris the following year. I did not get to go, unfortunately.
Yeah, Chicago's a little more reachable.
It was a little accessible.
What would be an example of an international
venue or
No game. What was it that they were doing, or a topic, an international?
Well, they have competitions.
Yeah.
They have local, state competitions, regional competitions, national, international
Oh, got
competitions.
ya. And will they give you? Is it a complex? Like, what would be something they would be competing against?
Basically you come up through the ranks.
Mm-hmm.
So you say, okay, I started in my local chapter. Hey, this is a pretty good speech. Then I go compete regionally. Cool. Well, then I win the awards and win the prizes, and then you get promoted to the next level.
Yeah.
And then you get to international. By the time you get to international, these are on YouTube. These are visual. You can access them. You hear
They're
these
like
guys
TED
speak.
Talks, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And really deep.
At the meeting I was at, two people knew they were going to give a prepared speech, and they were each 5 to 7 minutes long, I believe, were the guidelines. And it was really cool because they knew they were going to have 5 to 7 minutes. They were able to prepare like these stories. It was almost like the Moth Radio Hour or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It was really cool.
And one of those speakers, she actually is competing. So she was
gonna
practicing.
say, now that you say this, now it makes sense. She is working on this speech. She's
practicing.
It wasn't just for that day. She's working on it. She's writing it. She's developing it like a comedian works on a
sketch,
on their
right?
act.
Yeah, their act,
This
yeah.
is her act.
Always
she's
moving. It's
polishing.
always changing.
Yeah, and I thought, man, that's really powerful. And I've had to do a ton of public speaking over the years, and that's hilarious. I was gonna say,
You catch yourself now, too.
you
You
now,
think about it.
right now that these guys are in the room, now I'm gonna catch myself all the time. I was just gonna say that I could have used a support system and a resource like a Toastmasters when I was in my early 20s, when I was in my late 20s, when I was in my early 30s, and I got involved in real estate. And it's been nonstop presentations ever since. I'm going to encourage, if you're listening to this, don't think that this is something you can't be involved in just because it's on campus. This is for everybody. And I was really happy to see our new CVV people, CVB.
Yep. Yeah.
They are taking advantage of this resource to develop professionally in their role because they know they have to do a ton of presenting.
Oh, for sure.
They got to constantly go
She was
in
telling
front of
us
people.
last night how many she had to talk at some conference to try and get some people influenced to come in here.
I know, and everything hangs on your ability to hold the attention of
1,000,000%.
Because the moment they drift, you're not getting any money for Big Rapids.
No.
You're not getting any money from Costa County.
You got to lock them in. You got to convince them.
Yeah.
And a good communicator is how you convince them.
And I do want to invite, we are the second and fourth Thursday of the month. We just had our second meeting. The third one's coming up the 23rd of April, 6 p.m., room business 111 on campus. But again, it's community-based. So anybody and everybody's welcome. And this summer, we're also going to be doing hybrid. So we'll have live in person, combine it with online. Because a lot for students, they're going to be off campus. Mm-hmm. But if you're in the community, there's leadership opportunities. I mean, we have VP membership. We have VP public relations. So it's also leadership training and leadership development. So personal and professional opportunities to grow and get to know some people. The folks that are helping us, they are dedicated. They'll drive 2 hours on their nickel and help us to grow a chapter here.
That's good.
What a wild thing. It kind of reminds me of Rotary.
Ferris State.
The high level of caliber of human beings
Sharp folks.
that Rotarians are. Speaking of future sharp people, let's talk to Alex here. Let's stretch that mic over. Dom, let's see, what does he look like? What is it? Yeah, let's go that shot there.
Yeah,
What's up, Alex? How are you, bud?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Now, we are blessed, my man. I remember you saying in the meeting that I was at that you were kind of brand new to our area. Not brand new, but you're not a Michiganian by birth or anything, that you kind of moved across the country to attend Ferris. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I did live here when I was a little kid. I have family that's been around. My grandma, she's not native Big Rapids, but she's been here a long time. A lot of people probably know her. That's Kathy Filkins.
Okay, shout out Kathy.
Yeah, shout out to
Grandma
Kathy.
Kathy.
There. Love my grandma. But yeah, what kind of brought me here, I was working at a bank out on the West Coast, Vancouver, Washington, and the opportunity, they had a progression program and kind of dried up there. Just realized it wasn't quite all it was shaken out to be. And I was actually interviewing for a position, and I got denied for it, but it was about an hour after that I got a phone call from my grandma, and she had actually had an accident, and she needed someone there to be with her. And at that moment, I knew Ferris was right there. I knew I just needed to make a change in my life.
Right.
And I decided, you know what? Let's live life. Let's do something and make something of where I am. And I drove across the country, and now I'm living with her, and we're Ferris and getting my degree.
Amazing.
go.
And what are you getting your degree in?
My degree is in business data analytics, and then I'm going to go for a master's in data science.
Love it.
Very cool.
I mean, that sounds useful, right?
Yeah,
It sounds like
yes.
the kind of thing that people need right now.
Oh, for sure.
Very brave of you. And how old are you?
I'm 26.
Okay, great. Trying to think of what I was doing. It certainly wasn't.
I was still trying to get back
I
into
know.
school at
Yeah,
26.
no kidding. I wasn't even in college.
No.
I was still goofing around, but
Yeah.
having family and all that kind of stuff.
Raising a family,
That's really great. And Vancouver, Washington, the whole West Coast area, they've got some of the best skate parks in the entire country. That's neither here nor there. Anyway, but you're kind of the climate wasn't the biggest change for you. You're kind of already okay with our climate, huh?
Well, actually, that's the thing. Out in Vancouver, it only snows for about a week a year.
Is that right?
Yeah, otherwise it's all rain
okay.
70% of the year. But yeah, the snowfall here, I actually love it. I mean, I was so stunned looking in our backyard at night how bright it is. That is the most impactful
Moon
thing
off the
for
sun
me so far.
or off the snow. for sure.
Amazing.
Yeah, it is beautiful.
What are you hoping to do with when you get out of school?
When I get out of school, eventually I want to have my own, be a consultant and own my own firm. I like learning about everything. I've realized that I'm never going to stop learning, and I need to do something where I'm going to be able to share this knowledge with people.
I love that.
Awesome.
So when you heard about this Toastmasters group, what spoke to you about it? What made you think, I'll check this out?
Well, I think the first thing, just seeing that it's an opportunity to talk. I mean, I took public speaking 121. That was last semester, and I liked it. I found that I had a bit of an affinity for it, and I've had to talk when I worked for the bank. I've had opportunities to actually talk for some pretty good regional groups, and I just realized that there's such an importance to communication, because it's one thing to have skills, right? But it's a whole other thing to be able to communicate your skills and be a leader and drive direction, drive change. And to do that, you have to have communication skills.
Like Dr. Scott was saying, everyone has to be able to tell their story. Every brand, every businessman, everyone, every musician, everybody has to be able to tell their story.
I remember I graduated with my degree is in communications, and I remember like coming out of it, and it also was part marketing, and was I wanted to be in marketing, sales, and that kind of stuff, and help businesses, and I remember coming into my first job and was like, all right, so you got to talk to people now, and I'm like, what do you mean? I got to talk to people? They're like, you have a degree in talking to people, so you better learn how. And I was like, well, I know how to, but now I have to practice it, right? And it would have been nice to have somebody like Toastmasters to kind of sharpen my skills, because I definitely fumbled for a while.
I have a feeling that the hour or hour and a half a week, or every 2 weeks that you spend in that focused Toastmasters time is probably more valuable than the public speaking class I took at Ferris as well. I think I took that same class, and I had a wild, fun teacher. But yeah, I don't know that quite prepared me for all of the public speaking I would have
class
to
isn't
do.
the same as people cheering you on and giving you assignments and living that impromptu.
And also, here's something I noticed about you guys' club the other day. Dr. Scott said that they have evaluators.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So it's like some people are speaking, other people are evaluating them, right? That sounds scary. It sounds like in our most areas of our culture, that's criticism. Nobody wants that. That's criticism.
Right.
That's people being nasty or whatever. But no, this is encouraging. This is people who are trying to help you be your best, and then you're going to help them be their best. Iron sharpens iron, so to speak.
Absolutely.
I would imagine that's the model with Toastmasters is you take turns being the speaker and being the evaluator, right?
Yeah, and I think that plays into one of the biggest strengths of this iteration of it is that we have professionals, we have really experienced people and experienced Toastmasters coming in to help us with those evaluations, and there isn't this atmosphere of elitism or anything. It is. You can be any skill level, and we're going to help you out. We're going to help you develop and be better because we all want to be better, and we want our community to be better.
Alex, you just helped me realize something that that is really beautiful. This is such a valuable thing for you and for Caden to be in this sort of a sandbox with adults. Is going to just set you up to be able to I think probably
so much
connect and relate
confidence,
to adults, on such a deeper level, to know that just because someone is 50 or 60 doesn't mean that they are 100% confident in how they're communicating. And we're all just at different stages, but we all have something to contribute. We've all got something to add. So
yeah, and like when I was at the bank, I was in the call center, so I'm used to talking to people of all ages, all demographics about kind of sensitive things. And really, there is such a huge difference between the conversations you get when you're in high school, when you're in college, versus talking to real people about real things. I mean, at Toastmasters, people are going to share themselves. They're going to share what they're doing. They're going to prepare for business presentations. They're going to prepare for wedding toasts and graduation speeches and all these things that people have going
real
on.
life stuff.
Yeah, and I think it's just such a phenomenal opportunity for people to jump on if you're a business leader or if you have someone in your organization that you see that spark and that potential in them, but they just need to work on this skill of communication. I mean, that's one thing that impressed me in our first meeting is we had, I believe it was Jacques, he mentioned that he's an IT guy, and he was doing really well. He was there for 10 years, but then his supervisor kind of said, hey, to get to that next level, join Toastmasters. They're going to help you. And it really does. It's a phenomenal organization and a phenomenal mission to help people be better.
That's awesome.
Well said, my man. Well stated.
Let them know how can they get involved.
Yeah, so, I mean, really all you have to do is show up. To start, we're going to have our meetings second and fourth Thursday every month. We're going to be online or we're going to be in person. If you just want to come by and listen, you don't have to sign up right away. You do have to sign up to speak, but if you just want to come listen, see what's going on and what people are talking about, just come by. We're happy to have anyone. The more the merrier, because it helps our speakers too when the audience is filled out of people.
Awesome.
And Alex brought up a great point about all levels. And just for some experience, previous chapter that I was involved with about 10 years ago, it was a VP from a local insurance company. He was an active Toastmasters. He ended up using it for recruiting, and the chapter is still active as we speak, and we keep in touch periodically. But those are opportunities at all levels of an organization. And as you probably know, over 70% of jobs are found through networking. Being able to practice those networking skills, those interactive skills, even the small talk skills, those are incredibly valuable for pursuing careers and growing personally and professionally.
Well, I hope that you will share this when you are at local events like the chamber events and stuff like that, because I can't think of any.
Tomorrow.
I was going to say I can't think of any local business person that wouldn't also benefit. Every day we have to present ourselves clearly, confidently, calmly, clearly. Did I say that one? I mean, all of these things are important, and got me again. One of the evaluators at a Toastmasters meeting, that's their job. They count the
counter.
The counter they call it. But they'll count all of that stuff. They help you. And then there's another person who is the grammatian. Grammarian. Nice work, Alex.
Just like testing people's words and the use of the word.
Not testing them.
Rather,
they suggest
the word of the day.
They suggest a word of the day that you're encouraged to try to work in. You get a little bonus shout out for that. But then they also just sort of evaluate when you do use creative phrases, or they give you a little nod for that or suggest things. But
kind of whose line is it anyways? Yeah, a little bit. I don't know.
I tell you
Kinda
what,
sounds fun.
I tell you what, it seems intimidating to think, oh, it's a thing, and I'm gonna have to make a speech in front of a bunch of people. But then once you see, it's more like an improv class.
Yeah, that's what it sounds
where
like.
everybody's trying stuff, and then you want to try it. Once you've seen, oh yeah, I want to try that.
Right.
So when's the next meeting? Yeah, and either one of you guys tell me, when is the next meeting? What time is it? When? And so we can get people to show up.
Yeah, our next meeting is going to be next Thursday. That is the 23rd. I believe it's at 6 o'clock. Yeah, 6 o'clock. Just come by, check it out. We'll have sign-up sheets, but you don't have to sign up. No pressure, but come check out. See what it's about. See if it's for you.
Last till about 7:15 officially.
They run a real tight ship. I was impressed with that. They have an agenda,
every time.
and they take it seriously. They don't waste your time. They
Home
will
before
have you,
primetime television.
Yep,
starts.
they'll have you in and out, and that's in Business 110.
111.
Business 111, which
111. You can.
yes, which is the building that if you guys are not Ferris people, it's where Starbucks used to be, but isn't anymore.
College
it's the
business building.
yeah, college business building that
Herberts and Gerberts.
yeah, Gerber's and whatever that place is
Gerber's
called.
and Gerber, yeah.
And with the IRC and all that. So that's the building. That's where you want to walk in.
And free parking.
Yeah, free parking. So
Shout out free parking.
yeah, sure.
There isn't much on that campus. So
After 5:30.
thank you guys so much for coming. Please hang out.
Thank you for having us. This is wonderful.
Yeah, no, this is amazing.
I'm stoked to have another great RSO. I actually think this is one
Actually,
of
we're
the
not an RSO yet. We're community chat.
Working on it.
good clarification.
Yes.
But for non-R, but the SO part. But for student organizations, this is one I think people will be coming back.
I wish they called it RCO, a community organization.
There you
That
go.
They really are.
That's probably better.
There you go.
But I have a feeling that what you said earlier about how you still have people coming to you from the older chapter who are now adults and they've gotten benefit out of this stuff. I have a feeling that this is the stuff people will remember and get use out of in their professional life, and they'll thank Toastmasters
And
for
think
it.
about an interview. You're not going to talk about your grade in your accounting 201 class, no matter how well you did.
Correct.
But you're going to talk about your experience with Toastmasters or travel or activities. And this is one of the things that you can talk about for an hour, 2 hours, 5 hours.
yeah,
Absolutely.
that's awesome.
All right. Well, please stick around. We're going to talk local stuff, and if anything looks good to you guys, just weigh in.
There is a lot
I know, it's a ton
of
going
local
on.
stuff. We talked about like last week how the events are starting to stack up, but now it's like the first part is like what's going on in the city just seems to be stacking up, including they're fixing your roads.
Oh yeah.
Good
It is
luck
that-
next week,
Jeez.
everybody. On your
it.
way to the Toastmasters
Can
meeting.
you fix them out faster than they wash away? Did you see what happened up north?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh man, the tunnel of trees.
I do. I actually pulled that up somewhere. We can check that out. But
If anybody saw the photo, I guess yesterday, a big chunk of the tunnel of tree. There
Right
it is.
there.
Dom, throw that up. Big chunk of tunnel of trees. Yeah, washed right out. Man.
it's gonna take a minute.
Yeah, and what's tough is it's hard to get back in there. They're going to have to do some damage just to get to fix it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a nightmare.
You know what I mean?
Well, hopefully this nightmare only takes a little while, right? I mean,
You're talking about at the main intersection, right? They're gonna
Right
have to
here.
dig that up and then try to fix it once and for all, right?
Yep, it looks like any kind of eastbound Perry. Do not go on that. It's going to be a waste of your time unless you're going to obviously any of the backsides of anything, and you'll be using Ferris Drive for the next week or so.
So basically, you will not be able to just go straight through that intersection.
You can
at
go
any-
straight through either way. It looks like, but you won't be able to turn left
Oh,
or turn right. Or turn left twice,
I guess just not left. You won't
Yep,
be
no
able to
left-hand
turn
turns.
left. Okay, gotcha.
Right only. It's going to be odd. I guess just have some patience. As we said, the mayor was on a couple weeks ago. He said this is an MDOT job. This is not the city of Big Rapids. So
Yeah, got to play by MDOT's rules. All right, well, you've been warned.
you've been warned. Good luck with your patience.
Hey, have you gotten into the theater
I
yet?
have not.
It's been sold out. Good
I know.
shout out to all of you guys. You guys have been active at the theater. We've tried a couple times, and have not.
I'm gonna
gotten
miss.
seats.
It sounds like these two movies that are there are going to be gone before I can even get into watch.
I know. I kind of want to see that Project Hail Mary.
Definitely. I'm going to try and squeeze that in maybe at some point this week. But they got some more movies coming.
I was going to say the other one, the Devil Wears Prada 2. I didn't even know that was a thing. But
what?
I'm here for it.
Me and Dom we've been talking about that since the first day we heard rumblings about it. I'm excited for DWP too.
Every time I think about a Devil Wears Prada, it makes me want a grilled cheese real bad. Her boyfriend makes her that awesome grilled cheese
with the $40 in cheese.
I know, and then she doesn't even want it. And he's like, "Well, I'm going to let this go to waste." I think about that. That's the part I think about. Anyway, what else is going on?
Well, we broke it on this show, but apparently everybody else is getting on that they are still moving along with that Hanchett property. Do you know anything about that? It sounds like they're keep moving along.
Brother,
so
don't ask me, man. Some people have another idea, something they want to do there. It's not
the 55 plus housing.
Right? I mean, yeah,
it'd be a good spot for it. So
might be. I mean, when we had talked about it before, it's like, obviously you don't really want to go up with
too much.
Up too much. So now you're talking about something smaller. We'll see what happens next.
I also seen
tired of getting my hopes up.
I'm excited though because I seen a loader at the bank ready to tear down Chipotle. Got excited. There are dump trucks behind in the parking lot. So
you're sure it's for that project?
It is for that project. Mayor told us a couple weeks ago that they put a permit to have a pole moved because it was in the way.
Yeah.
And I think that pole has since been moved, and they are ready to tear it down.
So Pat is talking about the bank at the corner of Perry and Perry and Northland Drive there, State Street. That is basically just a green space. It's an empty lot, and then a bank.
Yep. And the bank's about to get tore down.
The bank is about
bring us
to
some
go.
Burritos, baby.
And that thing has been there as long as I can remember.
As long as family that's lived in that or worked in that building, and
amazing.
But then the car wash
is coming.
Yeah, how about the car wash? Man? They are cruising right along. And then if you are a PF member, you'll notice that there's people inside of Joann's. They took down the sign. 5 and Below people, I believe, are in there.
Oh, I forgot all about that. 5 Below's coming.
Yep.
So they're working on it.
They are in there. They are working on it right now. I haven't seen much action on the other end of the building, which we were told, but fun secret, I've been kind of doing a little bit of commercial showing and stuff like that and what we do. And there's offers on a ton of commercial in this town.
Good.
So I'm excited to see what's coming.
See what happens next. We'll try to keep you guys in the loop, as always.
Yeah, besides that, Dom, I wanted to get to you on this one. It's been a minute since we had an uplifting moment of the week.
Yeah. Okay, give it to us.
But last week, Crossroads Charter Academy got to celebrate somebody. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Absolutely. WZZM has every week they do a West Michigan Educator of the Week, and this week it was Mrs. Debe Mitchell. She is the founding band director at Crossroads Charter Academy. She has been there since the school began. She's been running the band program for like 22, 23 years.
Wow.
She also coaches cross country. They have 22 years of consecutive ones at district band festival for their band and solo ensemble.
Yeah. Well, so
they do a wonderful job, but
it's not just the band. And she's athletic director. Yeah. She's like part-time this, part-time
why
that.
does it say that she's working well past retirement? Show the article.
I saw the article. I don't think she's that old.
Did she retire?
No, but she is of, let's just say, retirement
She could retire
age.
if she wanted to. Well, she's put in 44 years, it says.
Yes.
44 years?
Well, she was an educator before she came to Crossroads. She ages like fine wine. I'll tell you what.
Okay. I got to meet her when we did the 5K out there. Because she's the cross country track. She's the track coach this year, right?
Yes.
Or something like that.
Yeah, so track in the spring, cross country in the fall.
He says they asked her about retirement. She says, maybe.
Yeah.
But growing up, an educator was a profession that was a part of my life. So I don't see her doing that. She does K through 5 elementary music. She does 7th grade math. She coaches boys and girls high school and middle school cross country. She also coaches middle school basketball.
Yeah,
6th,
boys
7th,
basketball. And 8th grade girls basketball.
And she's currently coaching varsity girls, boys, and middle school girls and boys track.
Yeah.
Okay, that might be too much.
She's amazing.
By the way, she also is acting as the current
as the
athletic
athletic
director
director.
because she doesn't have enough to do. Shout out her.
Debbie
man.
Mitchell.
Debbie Mitchell.
All right. Our uplift. Okay, here's your little thing. It's the uplifting moment of the week.
I love it, man. Anytime we can celebrate the people in this area, man,
Yeah.
it's awesome.
Bravo, Debbie. I hope you don't stop educating until you want to stop.
Yes,
What else we got,
for sure.
my man?
Let's
Oh,
remind
yeah, let's talk
them.
about this. Guys, who do you know that is talented artistically? Who do you know that's got that thing, has got that
A thing in them.
that doodle
They got
in
it,
them
the
that's got
doodle.
the talent? We are looking for a new logo for the show and a new, something we can put on some T-shirts and hats and stuff so we can all spread our Big Rapids pride far and wide wherever we may roam. So to that end, Pat and I decided we sweeten the pot a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
We're trying.
Thought we'd make it a little more interesting for you. We put $500 cash prizes on the line, and there's multiple prizes here, so you don't even have to win to take some of our money, take some of our hard-earned cash. You can still get a prize. What we got going on is we're looking for a design that says, "What's up, Big Rapids?" The rest is up to you. It can be as simple or as complex as you'd like. Just think about it ultimately fitting on a T-shirt and what you'd like to see if you were going to wear that T-shirt. You've got until May 23rd, end of May. You got plenty of time. It's open to all ages. We've got a $250 grand prize. We've got a $75 elementary school prize, $75 middle and high school prize, and a $100 adult runner-up prize. That's for college or adults. So we're going to make sure that Caden and Alex know about this. They're unfortunately neither one of them are in creative fields. They're both in the, they're number crunchers, which the world needs. We need.
They're
them.
talkers. Maybe they can find some people.
But they can find us some people.
They're
for sure.
communicators.
They're communicators. And so this thing is wide open, guys. We've gotten a couple dozen responses so far, but bring them. We want to see.
I
what
haven't
you've
seen
got.
any of them, so I'm excited and very interested to see what everybody compiles. But
And then we're going to have you guys vote on them too. So
please be creative, be fun. Think about.
take a shot at it now, even if you're not. If
Take
you
a
don't
shot
think
at
you're
us.
an artist, jump
Who knows?
on.
Make some caricatures of the three of us and
Use
be goofy.
use AI if you need to get some ideas sparked at least, and then come up with something. Who knows?
All right. We talked about it earlier. Let's get into our laundry list of events that are stacking up as we head into summertime. Tomorrow, myself and Scott, apparently, Dr. Scott will be at Business After Hours hosted by the Pioneer Group. These are the once a month Big Rapids Regional Chamber events that are hosted after hours starting at 5:30. This month's will be at the Pioneer. Keep an eye out for any future ones. There will be one a month pretty much for the rest of the year. This will be at the Pioneer, 5:30. There will be, refreshments. It is a Luau theme, so be ready to just network, talk to some people. There'll be some fun faces there.
It's a luau, so network.
We're networking.
Clearly.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll probably have my green jacket on, so come see me 5:30 at the Pioneer. And then next week,
what a cool graphic
this is
that
a
is.
very cool graphic.
So they're calling this championship weekend. So we know we've got the parade next weekend.
Look at their head. Out of
All right,
the
if you're,
graphic.
I know this thing is that's one of the coolest. That's one of the coolest graphics I've seen in a while. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if that almost looks like something Luke Wyckoff makes. You know what I mean? That guy's so good at that stuff. But anyway, we already know there's a parade next Saturday. That's
at noon. Yep.
April 25th. At noon, you're going to want to get yourself as close to Pocket Park as you can, because at the end of the parade, that's where the coach and Dr. Pink are going to be speaking. All right, but now they're turning it into a whole weekend because you've got games. You've got
Ferris night is. I learned at the luncheon that they'll be out and about in the community Thursday night. with
So
the
Thursday
students
night
and
is
stuff.
Ferris night. in
Yeah,
the
I
Rapids.
think
So we're all
probably down at Shooters or something. I'm assuming,
Shooters,
Schuberg's, that whole stretch of.
They might not all drink.
No, who knows?
Could be, they could do other things.
They're to celebrate. So that's what I heard. Is it's a Ferris night, and there might be something on campus too. And then Friday is the spring game. So
Okay.
that is when Ferris kind of goes against themselves.
I see.
Defense
I
versus
see.
offense. They kind of showcase their talents.
So it's Thursday,
evaluate-
Friday, Saturday kind of a situation
Yep,
now.
yep.
Got
And
ya.
then Saturday will be the parade downtown at noon. And
All right.
that's going to be huge. I'm excited. So excited that we have moved the indoor vendor show at the Band of Raccoon, and the flyer's not done yet because I was supposed to do it before I came here. We will be open from 10 to 4 on next Saturday.
Oh.
During the parade.
Oh, great.
So,
So if you guys, if you come down early to get a spot, but you don't want to just sit there, come on down to the Band and Raccoon. There'll be a bunch of vendors
all
in there.
kinds of vendors, food and
Are you
goodies
gonna
and
have
all
your,
that kind of
Are
stuff.
you going to have the sneaker pop
The
up?
sneakers will be there. Yep, kind of come see if there might
Get
be
you some
something for your
fresh,
feet.
something fresh for your feet.
Some fresh for your
spring.
feet. I'm excited. That'll be a fun weekend next week, and hopefully the weather kind of cooperates with us. May 1st, I thought I was going to this, but in fact, I'll be in Grand Rapids
Okay.
for that whole for a marriage retreat. So, but at the Peaks on May 1st from 6 to 10, karaoke for a cause, presented by Angels of Action. This is the second annual Karaoke for a Cause, where you basically buy tickets, sing songs, and raise some money for Angels of Action. So 6 to 8, kid friendly. 8 to 10 will be your rock and roll type songs and such, less Baby Shark.
Yeah, right. I was gonna say we don't have a lot of musical things to talk. That's what I did this weekend. High Strung Steel had a gig on the Sawmill Saturday night.
We were definitely going to come down, and then
It was full. It was all right. You're off the hook.
all right.
There was plenty of
when
people
is High
there.
Strung Steel? I know
But we
they're
are
on the
playing-
Pocket Park.
We're playing
schedule.
May 2nd. We're playing May 2nd at the Sawmill again. But
Okay.
you know what? There's music this week. Let's tell them about the Alex from Toastmasters fame. You know him from just a few minutes ago. Alex, when he came in, was telling us, he's a fellow musician. He's part of the Ferris Jazz Band. That's right. And what do they got? They got a concert this week.
Yeah, jazz concert 7:30 on Thursday. You want to talk about it a little bit, Alex?
Yeah, absolutely. So, our jazz program at Ferris, we've really been, we've kind of had a fire under us this year. Just all the students, they've been working so hard all year. We have a new director.
I was going to say, do you think it's because of the new director?
Absolutely.
Friend of the show?
Micah has been just...
No, we haven't gotten to meet Micah yet.
Oh, okay.
This is a new,
All right.
new director. Yeah.
I'm sure he'd love to meet you guys. But yeah, he brings so much energy to the program. I mean, I used to be a music major way back before the pandemic and everything. And, I tried to learn jazz. I couldn't get the improvising like that well, but the way that he teaches it and the way that he constructs his class, it made so many things click. And we just have all these students right now they're working their butts off, and we've been working all year, and now we're really happy tomorrow to be able to present this for everyone.
So by tomorrow, he means Thursday, April 16th at 6 o'clock
7:30.
at 7:30 at Williams.
Yep, at Williams Auditorium.
Okay.
It's going to be great. We're going to have Professor Atwood is going to be doing a feature and singing.
He's a friend of the show.
We've actually had two directors on. I think proportionally, that's quite high. For the
not
number
bad.
of guests we've had, 2 of them have been professional conductors. It's a pretty good percentage.
It's probably more than most.
But anyway, he's gonna.
It's awesome, and because to the Ferris we have the new marching program
Yes.
as well that came back, and so that's just fueling energy into the program. Everyone is so excited, and what I think is remarkable about this too is that this is a non-major program. There are no
Right.
music majors at Ferris.
Right.
These are all accountants and business people and cybersecurity experts and all these young
Doing it
professionals.
for the love of the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Love of the game,
Yeah.
love
Yeah.
of music. So it's going to show out tomorrow.
Good.
We love to have fun. It's going to be a great experience. So if you're done,
I'll try to make it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that I think I might be able to make 7:30. I don't have rehearsal tomorrow night, so if so, maybe join me at Williams Auditorium tomorrow night, 7:30. And then what's the next
Yeah, you got another concert band, it says.
concert band?
Sunday,
Is
April 26th.
I was going to say, so that's next weekend. So there you go. Cap off champion weekend with a concert band concert.
Exactly.
That's going to be Sunday the 26th at 4 p.m.
4 p.m. Yep.
At Williams probably as well. So there you go. So
That's
there's
awesome.
a couple more opportunities for you to have some cultural enrichment. See what the band program's been up to. Because like he said, the excitement from the injection that the marching program is now kind of radiating out into all the other disciplines. So
It's awesome.
makes me very
We're all
happy
feeding
because
each other right now,
I know.
man.
'Cause maybe
It's
I'll
like-
get a chance to
That's what
play.
community's all about.
It's a community. This community is buzzing. I don't know if you're paying attention, folks, but pay attention.
Farmers market's coming back right after right after we get rolling into May. You'll be able to look forward to Friday farmers markets again. I don't know when the Saturday ones start.
He
but
told us last night.
I know, and I forgot to write it down. But Friday, May
It's a couple
8th
weeks after this.
is the first of the regular Friday farmers markets. Those aren't going anywhere. That is a staple. If you haven't been here in a minute, they've moved from the City Hall parking lot to the Bernie's, that
Vacant
empty
parking lot.
parking lot next to Bernie's.
A lot more room.
Yep.
If you're a vendor, they're accepting vendor applications
and
right
they
now.
have room. I mean, even though it's the most full I've seen it in a long time, he said they always have room. There's plenty of room for vendors. If you want to give it a shot, you'll want to talk to Josh Piles at the city. All right.
Yeah, it's awesome. I had the event up, but I can't find it anywhere.
Which one?
The Chamber Golf Outing is May 20th. There is limited space for this
Yeah, that
event.
thing might already be even.
I think that it's filling up fast. So if you are not signed up for Chamber Golf Outing, I would recommend getting signed up as soon as possible. That'll be on May 20th.
If you want to host a team anyway, you better sign up quick because it might, by the time you hear this, they might already be full. And that's
warned
like
us,
that's like the main golf outing of the year, at least for me. I'm available as a fourth. I'm not bad. These days I'm playing to about a 10 handicap. So not bad. Actually, it's early in the season. Let's call it a 12. Because I haven't really proven myself this year yet. But that's what I'm projecting this year anyway.
We also found out last night at the DBA meeting that Pocket Park is back. The event is out there. I had it up, but somehow I might have closed it. That starts
full
May
slate.
29th.
Yeah.
That is every Friday, starting at noon, presented by LOSB, right there, kind of downtown.
Yeah, Pocket Park.
By Horizon.
Right between Horizon Bank and
Taco
Cantina.
Cantina
Taco
Frita.
Frita Cantina?
Yes, that's it.
Taco Frita Cantina.
All those words together.
Got it.
That doesn't. I mean, is maybe in Spanish it makes more sense.
Don't know.
You know what I mean
Don't know Spanish.
grammatically, but anyway, I tell
there-
you what makes sense to me is birria.
Birria tacos?
Yes. Anything
Yeah.
birria, queso birria. You just give it to me. I
Seasoning.
want it.
I love it. Yeah. Before we talk
Una
about
birria, por
the
favor.
biggest Summerfest that these people will ever see, before that, the day before that, the CVB is hosting Back to the Bricks.
Oh, right.
I don't see the event. I had a flyer. And
is
it
a
was left at the
huge
office. It's going to be, what,
event.
250 cars?
We're gonna get taken over. Apparently, this is it's like a horde. It's like Mad Max. You guys see Mad Max?
Max.
You know, they have like a horde of people that sort of travel around.
On the front of the cars.
I think that's sort of what this will be like. They just come into town with their classic automobiles. They're doing a huge car show on Friday as part of this statewide tour.
Yep,
right?
yep.
It might even be bigger than state.
It might be.
Anyway,
It's
they
huge.
do this big thing, and we've convinced them, our chamber and our CVB people, convinced them to stick around for Summerfest. So like 100 more cars than we were anticipating, are maybe more, because they're saying maybe even up to 75% of the cars will stick around.
You said like 90 last night, and they're like, more like 200. And you're
So
like,
anyway, we're like,
this is gonna be every car.
We're used to having like 60. So to have 260, that's a lot for us. So
That'd be sweet.
we got a plan, though. Don't worry. It is going to be the biggest Summerfest we've ever had. Let's show them the flyer. Shout out to the city. They've hired a young person who is making great flyers. I really dig this. And everything on it is true. We are going to have live music. We are going to have inflatables. We are going to have a car show. There's also going to be a cornhole tournament, cash prizes. for that. So
Open mic type music?
no, it's not open mic.
It's not open.
It's not open mic. There will be great quality local
Gotcha.
music
Gotcha.
through the whole event down in front of Quinn's Music. So from Quinn's in the movie theater, I keep meaning to email Jordan from the theater. What I'm hoping
Jordan,
is,
if you're watching.
I was going to say, if you happen to be watching this, you know what would be great is put out a table that day and let's help you sell more of those buckets and ticket packages.
Yeah.
And just do some more promotion. And that way you and Quinn's can be down there as an anchor on that end of the street. All the way down will be the car show. And
Food trucks
in
spread
between,
throughout, vendors. You said
inflatables.
30 plus vendors now, or
yeah,
more, 60, who knows?
I've got 30 on my list besides the ones that like always are a for sure. So I mean, I think there'll be probably 50 or 60 vendors, plus all of the local downtown businesses, nonprofits. Going to be a fun time.
And
still plenty of room.
a hot dog eating contest.
Yeah, that's right. We got Walmart to sponsor the hot dog eating contest. Finally, I've been wanting to put this on for like a few years now.
Chris volunteered us last night to challenge on
We'll take on all comers.
all comers.
Just whoever.
I can't even tell you last time I ate a hot dog.
Me either. And
To be fair, I do actually. The Glizzy Tower that was showcased on this
I would
show
embarrass
was the last
myself.
time I had it.
I'd embarrass myself because I just can't put it away like I used to. But you're looking at someone who won a pizza eating contest one time. I think I've told that story on the show.
Yeah.
But do you guys remember in Rockford the Corner Bar?
Best dogs in the world.
I know, right?
So
It
good.
used to be where you'd go in there, and if you could eat 10 hot dogs, you get your name up on the wall.
Yep.
I could not. I tried once, and I could not. So that being said, anyway, we're gonna get that going. Summerfest is June 6th.
Yeah, 10 to 2
10 to
downtown.
2
Maybe even
downtown.
further. Who knows? Maybe it goes into the evening.
What else, Pat? This has been a long show.
No,
man.
that honestly, that's all I got going on. I did want to ask Dom if he's seen that rookie phenom, Kevin McGonigal, just signed a huge contract.
Yes, I
never
did.
heard of him.
What?
What position does he play?
Third
He
base
is
and
a
shortstop.
Third base short.
They paid $150 million for a utility player.
No. This is one of the best batters in baseball, and he is
really?
surefire glove.
He will be a staple at the hot corner.
So
for
you think he's a
long
bargain
time.
compared to like Soto and Otani?
Oh, I guarantee it. I mean,
$150 million doesn't seem like a lot of money these days for superstars.
What is it? 8 years,
years.
150 million.
Is it because he's unproven?
Yeah,
because he's a rookie.
this
Proven
is-
all he does is hit and
he's-
field.
He's never taken a strike from a major league pitcher.
Yeah.
He has been playing with the team all season.
okay.
He had a 4-game hit in his opening game. He's batting at .311, which is unheard of to hit over 300 in baseball now.
$50 million, a lot of money for a rookie.
This is
Cool.
good. He's not going nowhere. I think this
What
is
they
one
give?
of those
What they give
things-
Otani, like $1 billion, and Soto,
yeah,
like
something like that.
like $1 billion. I mean,
that's just crazy money.
it's crazy money.
Yeah, and then this weekend I will be watching my Pistons, the #1 seed in the playoffs on the Eastern Conference, get back to glory.
Who do they? How many games do they need to win it all? 4 or?
Now the first round, they don't know who their opponent is yet.
Oh, you don't even
for
know.
Sunday. No, the playing
that's
game's
rough.
happening right now. It'll be an 8 seed of some sort, right?
Yeah.
So they're the 1 seed. They're healthy. I'm excited,
Man,
man.
you don't
I
want
fell
to coast
love.
in unprepared at first round.
2004 Detroit Pistons, man. That was I had just fallen in love with basketball, and then they won the championship, and here we're back. It feels good.
That's like a needle in the vein. They got you. It's like those kids who on their 18th birthday they go in the casino and they win that first time. Bad lesson to learn.
To be fair, I did feel
You
like
won.
a gambling
That's what I'm
addict for the
saying,
last
you won your
15
first-
years of garbage basketball
I was gonna say,
because I
see,
watched.
I grew up. We never won anything. That's how you dig in.
You're a Lions fan.
Dom, do you got any corrections for us? We got to get out of here, my man.
I don't have any corrections, but let me tell you, we're talking about trending topics this week.
Yeah.
I don't know what I clicked on.
Oh, no, you're not gonna get my computer infested with viruses again.
Pickles. Pickle everything has
yeah.
been blowing up my feed. Pickle wrapped donuts, pickle wrapped cheese, pickle cake, pickle pizza, pickles and
pickle
fries. I don't know what I did, but this is like pickle season. Dill pickles everywhere.
I love pickles. It's one of the few things I can eat right now, like as I'm back on that diet again, and it's a great snack because it's low calorie and stuff. But I don't know about a pickle donut. I don't know.
And how do you wrap a pickle around cheese? Are you sure it's not like cheese around the pickle?
It is cheese around the pickle.
Okay,
Yeah,
that makes more sense. But
But
pickles don't wrap very
pickles
well.
everywhere.
Okay.
Pickles everywhere.
I've been to I've been to a place where pickles was the theme of the restaurant. Everything was sort of pickle.
It's in
related.
Rockford.
No, that's a
is?
misnomer. That's the toasted pickle, but the menu is not pickle related.
I don't
It's just
know.
a clever name.
I had everything I had was pickle.
No, I mean they might have a pickle on it because they're deli sandwiches, but
Pickle
no, I went
Cuban?
to a place where everything literally was it was like called Pickle Bar or something like that. Yeah. Anyway, good.
That's it.
Okay. Well, hey, it's been a long show. I'm gonna I'll just cut 20 or 30 minutes out of the middle of it, shorten it down for you guys.
Just cut my parts out.
But thanks very much to Scott and the guys from Toastmasters.
Thanks,
and from
guys.
Ferris, thanks for being here. We've got, speaking of pickles, we're going to be talking to the Pickleball Club next week, gang. So don't go anywhere.
Speaking of pickles,
we'll be back
pickles
with
everywhere.
another great episode for you next week. But hey, that's it for this week. It's What's Up Big Rapids. We're your hosts. I'm Chris Jane.
and I'm Pat Brooks.
Just remember, kids, kindness is contagious. Go out there and be the example you want to see in the world. We're all watching and we're rooting for you. Dom, hope this is the music.
See you next week.
See you next week.